Zat the Curious Cat and the Garden That Grew. A patch of dirt and a sprouting thought. Zat the Curious Cat pushed open the door with his nose. The rain had finally stopped, and sunlight spilled across the garden like a golden blanket. Everything outside sparkled tiny droplets hung on each blade of grass, and fresh flower petals danced in the breeze. Zat patted out carefully, his paws leaving tiny prints on the wet stone path. Something caught his eye. Just near the edge of the lilac bush, a small green tip was poking through the dirt. He crouched low and stared. "What is that?" he murmured. "A leaf? A stick? Or maybe something alive." He gently tapped it with his paw and jumped back when it moved ever so slightly. Layla stepped outside, wearing her yellow rain hat and carrying her trowel. She knelt down beside him and smiled. "That's a sprout, Zat," she said. "It's just starting to grow." The rain helped, and now the sun is waking it up. What makes plants grow? Zat's eyes widened. "It wasn't there yesterday," he said. "How did it grow so fast?" Layla brushed some dirt aside and picked up a small seed from her pocket. "It all starts with seeds," she explained. "They might look tiny, but inside, they're full of life. With a little soil, some water, sunlight, and time, they begin to grow." Zat tilted his head. "So it's not magic?" "No," said Layla, laughing. "It's science. Seeds are like little packages of possibility." Zat starts a garden. Zat's ears perked up. "I want to grow something too." He darted toward the shed, rummaged through boxes, and came back with a gardening glove, a watering can, and a floppy straw hat that sat lopsided on his head. They picked a spot near the lilac bush, warm, sunny, and soft. Together, they pulled out weeds and loosened the soil. Zat gently placed 10 tiny seeds in a line, his paw careful and slow. Layla helped cover them with dirt and handed him the watering can. "Now we water them a little every day," she said. "Waiting is hard." Zat was excited. For the first 10 minutes, he checked the garden 3 times that morning and again after lunch. By the next day, he was pacing in circles. "Why aren't they growing?" he muttered. "Maybe they need music." So he sang. Then he danced. He whispered encouraging words. He even read them a bedtime story. But nothing changed. The soil stayed still and quiet. No leaves, no stems, no flowers. "This is harder than catching butterflies," he sighed. Unexpected visitors. The following morning, Zat found something unusual in the garden: ants. A long line of them marched past the seedbed, busy and focused. Zat frowned. "Are they stealing my seeds?" He watched closely, then noticed a beetle rolling a bit of dirt and a worm poking its head from the soil. He jumped back, surprised. "Layla?" he called out. "We've got guests." Layla came to look and nodded. "They're not stealing, Zat. Bugs and worms help the soil. They're part of what makes a garden grow." Zat jotted notes in his wonder book. Tiny helpers make the garden grow. A green surprise. Several days later, just after sunrise, Zat stretched on the front step and yawned. He wandered over to the garden like he always did, but this time he froze. A tiny green stem had broken through the surface of the soil. "Layla?" he shouted. "It's growing. It's really growing." She came running out in her pajamas, blinking in the light. "Oh, Zat, you did it." The sprout was small, but strong. A single leaf unfolded toward the morning sun. "You gave it what it needed," Layla said. "Water, sunlight, and care. But most importantly, you waited. Zat's wonder book grows too." Later that afternoon, Zat sat by the window with his wonder book open. He carefully drew the sprout, the watering can, and the sun above it. Then he wrote, "Plants grow slowly. You have to be patient. They need sunshine, water, and love." He smiled, then carefully taped a small leaf next to the page. The end.